That's what you get, you big faker, the real Daggz said. With the snap of his fingers, my legs were good as new. Is that you? I said, not knowing if what I was seeing is the afterlife. Yep, it's me. Daggeraneous David Austinism Daggz. And I'm here to help. Daggz put out his arm, helping me get up. Whoa, real Daggz, what are you doing here? I questioned the amazing real Daggz standing in front of me with his fist on his hips. I'm just waiting for them to play Gangnam Style, and to save you from this evil twiddle-finger doppelganger of mine. And I brought a little help. None other than The Weeknd floated down from the skies above, wearing a 24-karat golden jetpack. He and Daggz both turned to look at the unconscious Daggz.Exe laying on the ground. What to do with you, Daggz said. Then he looked at The Weeknd. After a couple seconds of deep thought, The Weeknd shrugged, leaving Daggz to do all the thinking. Daggz looks over at me and says, "You know what? First things first, let's get you home." Daggz raises his arm as he's about to charge up a portal that he can just do for some reason back to my world. But then splash! Daggz's arm falls to the floor as blood spurts out of his new wound. "My arm!" he screamed. Just then, a man wielding a sharp hook unmasks himself, revealing himself to be it cannot be. My best friend in the whole wide world, the Fusion Z Gamer. "Sorry, Lewis, I can't let you get home that easily," Fusion said. Fusion wipes the blood from his hook. Dawko. Hold off, Fusion. I'll regrow my arm, but it'll take some time, Daggz said. Fusion, I don't have a weapon. How am I supposed to compete with you? Fusion pulls out a boombox and sets it on the floor. A dance battle! As music plays, Fusion hits the first moves. The twists and turns he does with such grace makes it feel impossible to go up against him. As it nears my turn, the dancing comes naturally. I was hitting every beat, every lyric. It's as if the music was moving through me like a marionette. I flowed to the rhythm as water flows through a river. By the end of the song, Fusion was kneeling on the floor with a look of pure horror on his face, and his hair was white. "Fusion?" I said, waving my hand in front of his face. He was unresponsive. "Ah, perfect! My arm is back," Daggz said happily. "Although, to make sure that doesn't happen again, let's go somewhere safe." Daggz punched the ground and created a crater using his telekinesis that he's always had to form a sturdy base around us. But Daggz.Exe was starting to gain consciousness, so we ran. "We gotta get to the Resistance HQ that has existed this entire time, and I have not acknowledged once because I just thought of it. We'll be safe there," Daggz said, and we started to run towards it. "Get back here!" Daggz.Exe shouted, and he threw his scarf at us like the Hades chain in Fortnite in an attempt to grab us. "He's gonna get us!" I screamed, but The Weeknd stopped and turned. "What are you doing?" screamed Daggz. "I'm making sure y'all make it safe. But The Weeknd, you'll die. Just make sure I get back into the item shop." "No!" Daggz screamed as The Weeknd ran towards Daggz.Exe and tackled him. The Weeknd had Daggz.Exe pinned to the ground, and The Weeknd uttered his final words. Domain expansion. Blinding lights. And there was a huge flash of light. Me and Daggz escaped, and we made it to the HQ that's existed. I walked in the HQ, and... Is that Granny? Carrying Unknown into the base? Hey, Granny, I said. Where was Unknown?
"Not making my fucking video, that's for sure,"
Granny said. "Well, now you're here. Let's meet the team. Let's start with our munitions expert. Travis Scott is lit," he says. "Next up, our best soldiers in the field. Granny, Fortnite Burger Man." "Hey, it's me, Fortnite Burger Man," he says. "And Fred Durst, lead singer of Limp Bizkit. I did it all for the nookie," he said. Then we have our combat medic, James Oddball himself. "This is the crew," Daggz said. "Wow, this is crazy epic sauce, my Jabroski," I said to Daggz. No started to wake up. "Gah, 5 Nights at Wario's," he said when he woke up. "So, what is this place?" I asked Daggz. "Oh boy, it's time for a big lore drop." This place is the Void, a name we definitely didn't steal from Marvel because after 4 of these fucking videos, I'm running out of ideas. Ah! In the Void, you're a pawn of Daggz.Exe. This is his realm where he will play God. Anyone that watches that goddamn corrupted Daggz video, after you watch that video, everything around you changes. It makes a fake family for you, and then there's a fucking David Busters with no games, and then you end up on the cart ride in Think Noodles, and if you go into Think Noodles, you'll end up in the mall, which is like the hub of this world. It's like the main area. Usually we'll send somebody to go retrieve people in there, like, no, when he got you, if they even live the night. Before Daggz could finish the juicy lore drop of this world that, like, 2 people care about, the ground started to rumble. Oh no, Daggz said. It's the iconic raiders that have also been here this entire world. The raiders are people who don't abide by the laws of Daggz.Exe and don't join us to try and help them. Everybody, to your stations, Daggz yelled. Well, what do we have here? A man yelled at Daggz. Who is that? I asked Daggz. That's the leader of the raiders. David Barron! Looks like you got some new friends, Daggz. How about you join me instead? We have a dental plan. Don't listen to him, Daggz said. You can't trust him. Open fire! Go get him, raiders! Screamed David Barron. And I saw Eminem, Jerba, and Tom Brady all running at me. I pull out my iconic sword that I've had this entire time and just acknowledged now, and I could have been useful earlier if I came up with that idea earlier! I slashed my iconic sword at Tom Brady, but he blocked it with his football and tried to kiss me like I was his son, but I uppercutted him. Suddenly, I heard a familiar song playing. I did it all for the Nookie! Fred Durst, he's here to help me! Me and Fred Durst fought off the rest of the army as Daggz fought David Barron. We used to be friends, David, Daggz yelled. Well, you should have joined me, David yelled. I want to get people home from this fucking wasteland. It's horrible here, Daggz yelled. Me and Fred Durst ran up to David Barron. It's Nookie time, said Fred, and tackled David. David was pinned to the ground. Well, David, you have 2 options. Join us and we can work together to take out Daggz.Exe and go home. Or you and your army die. Fine, David said. I'll help you. We'll get everybody home. Let's get ready. Come on, my iconic generals of my army that were not mentioned during the fight. Blue LeBron, Green LeBron, Wario from Five Nights at Wario's, and Lego Batman. Let's go! Oh, wow, that was a very epic part 4 to my series. It took an extra month to come out because, got lazy again. But, I have some big announcements this time. I have the future of Daggz.Exe to announce. Alright, so September, nothing's happening in September because I need a break month. October, we're getting 2 things. We're getting the Daggz.Exe plush video. That's for sure, 100%. And if I can get it done in time, the Daggz.Exe FNF mod will come out. I'm still trying to figure it out. If I want it to be, like, silly, kind of like the Angry Luigi mod, or if I want to take it seriously. And then, November, maybe something. Maybe, like, another plush video. Nothing for sure, though. But, December, that'll be the final part of Daggz.Exe, Daggz.Exe Endgame. That'll be the big finale. It'll probably be, like, 20 minutes long compared to most of these, like, 7-minute long videos. And, after that, I do plan on releasing a Book of Bill-inspired thing for Daggz.Exe that'll explain, like, some of the lore I can't explain in these videos because I think of it later on, not during the video. But, yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool, I think. Thank you for keeping up with this series, if anybody is, I don't know. This was just a random idea I had while I was high and laying in my bed. But it's, probably my favorite thing I've done on YouTube so far. Thank you. Goodbye.